Welcome to our journey through time. Today, we're exploring the rise and fall of the Pratihara Empire, also known as the Gurjara-Pratiharas. This empire, a significant dynasty of northern India, held sway from the mid-8th to the 11th century. Our exploration will delve into the empire's early rise, its golden age, cultural influence, and eventual decline. We will also examine the lasting impact it had on the Indian subcontinent. So sit back and join us on this journey through history. The Pratihara Empire was a significant dynasty that ruled much of northern India from the mid-8th to the 11th century. This period was a time of immense political change, with the Pratiharas playing a crucial role in shaping the region's history. They began their rule in Ujjain, an ancient city steeped in history and culture. Under their reign, Ujjain flourished, developing into a hub of trade, religion, and learning. As their influence expanded, the Pratiharas shifted their capital to Kanauj, a city located in present-day Uttar Pradesh. Kanauj was a strategic choice, offering access to the fertile Gangetic plains and serving as a crossroads for major trade routes. It allowed the Pratiharas to secure their power and extend their reach across northern India. The Pratiharas were not just rulers, but also warriors. They were known for their military prowess, with their cavalry being particularly famed. This military strength played a key role in their ascent to power, allowing them to fend off invasions and maintain their sovereignty. Their rise to power was marked by a significant event. The Pratiharas successfully resisted the Arab invasions, a feat that not only cemented their power, but also earned them respect and recognition. This event was a turning point, marking the beginning of the Pratiharas' ascent to power and setting the stage for their eventual domination of northern India. The Pratiharas rose to fame in the late 8th century CE after successfully resisting Arab invaders. This wasn't a small feat. The Arab forces were a dominant power during this period, and their relentless expansion had brought numerous regions under their control. Yet the Pratiharas, under the leadership of Nagabhata I, managed to keep them at bay. Nagabhata I, the founder of the Pratihara Empire, was an extraordinary leader. His resilience in the face of the Arab invaders was a testament to his strategic prowess and indomitable spirit. He fortified his kingdom, bolstered his armies, and led a successful resistance against the Arab forces, thereby laying the groundwork for what would become one of the most potent empires in Indian history. Under Nagabhata's rule, the Pratiharas expanded their territories, exerting their influence over vast regions. His reign marked the beginning of a new era, an era that would witness the Pratiharas transforming from a nascent power into a formidable empire. But their zenith was yet to come. The true glory of the Pratihara Empire would be unveiled under the rule of the subsequent rulers, who would take this empire to unprecedented heights. Each of these rulers would add their unique contributions to the legacy of the Pratiharas, making it an empire that would be remembered for centuries to come. Bhoja, or Mihira Bhoja, was the most well-known king of this dynasty. His name still echoes through the corridors of history as a symbol of power and prosperity. Taking the reins of the Pratihara Empire in the mid-9th century, Bhoja steered the course of the empire towards its golden age. Under Bhoja's rule, the Pratihara Empire expanded its territories, gaining control over vast lands stretching from the foothills of the Himalayas to the Narmada River in the south. This was no small feat. It was a time when the empire's influence was felt far and wide, its might and majesty unquestioned. But Bhoja was not just a warrior king. He was also a great patron of the arts and culture. His reign saw a flourishing of literature, art, and architecture, a cultural renaissance that left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent. The temples and sculptures from this era bear testament to the artistic prowess and architectural acumen of the time. However, Bhoja's rule wasn't just about territorial expansion and cultural enrichment. It was also about establishing a robust administrative system, ensuring peace and prosperity for his subjects, and upholding the principles of justice and righteousness. Their reign was not just about power, but also about culture. It was under Bhoja that the Pratihara Empire truly shone, its light illuminating the pages of history, its legacy enduring even as the sands of time continue to shift. The Pratiharas were known for their patronage of art, sculpture, and temple building. This dynasty, which held sway over northern India, was not only a political and military powerhouse, but also a cultural beacon. Their artistic and architectural achievements are testaments to their refined aesthetic sensibilities and deep religious devotion. One of the most significant contributions of the Pratiharas to Indian culture was their unique style of temple architecture. The Pratihara rulers were devout Hindus, and their faith found expression in the splendid temples they commissioned. These temples were not just places of worship, but also cultural hubs where music, dance, and drama flourished. The pinnacle of Pratihara architectural innovation was reached at Khajuraho. Today, Khajuraho is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is renowned for its intricately carved temples. These temples, with their detailed sculptures and intricate designs, are a testament to the exceptional craftsmanship of the period. The Pratiharas also patronized literature and education. Scholars were held in high esteem, and the royal court was a gathering place for intellectuals. The Pratihara rulers undertook the translation of Sanskrit texts into other languages and encouraged the study of the arts and sciences. However, like all empires, their decline was inevitable. But even as their political power waned, the cultural legacy of the Pratihara Empire endured. The art, architecture, and intellectual traditions they fostered continue to influence Indian culture to this day, reminding us of a time when they ruled with might and majesty. The power of the Pratihara dynasty began to weaken due to dynastic strife. The empire that once stood as a significant bulwark against foreign invasions started to crumble from within. We can trace the decline of the Pratiharas to the late 10th century, when internal conflicts over succession began to eat away at the empire's stability. The Pratiharas, for all their military might and cultural influence, couldn't escape the age-old problem that has brought down many a dynasty: the struggle for power. Successive rulers found themselves embroiled in political intrigue and battles for the throne, which weakened their hold on the empire. In addition to the internal strife, the Pratiharas also faced external threats. Their dominance in northern India was challenged by rival dynasties. The Rashtrakutas, in particular, were a constant thorn in their side. In the early 10th century, the Rashtrakuta ruler Indra III launched a massive raid on Kanauj, the Pratihara capital. This raid dealt a severe blow to the Pratiharas, significantly weakening their control over their territories. The decline of the Pratihara Empire was a slow and gradual process. It wasn't a singular event, but a series of unfortunate incidents, both internal and external, that led to their downfall. Their fall was precipitated by a significant event. Their last important king, Rajapala, was driven from Kanauj by Mahmud of Ghazni in 1018. The Pratihara Empire, once a formidable force, had reached a turning point. Their downfall was not an overnight phenomenon, but a gradual process that had been in the making for quite some time. The empire's decline was largely due to internal disputes and the relentless invasions by the Rashtrakutas from the Deccan. Their power further diminished when their capital, Kanauj, was sacked by the Rashtrakuta ruler Indra III. This was a significant blow to the empire's morale and marked the beginning of the end. But the final nail in the coffin was the invasion by Mahmud of Ghazni, a formidable Turkic ruler. In the year 1018, he drove the last significant Pratihara king, Rajapala, from Kanauj, effectively ending the empire's rule in northern India. By the end of the 10th century, the once mighty Pratihara Empire controlled little more than the Gangetic Doab, a far cry from the prosperity and power they once enjoyed. Their fall was a stark reminder of the transient nature of power and the inevitability of change. But it's crucial to remember that the end of their reign did not signify the end of their influence. Despite their fall, their impact was significant. They left an indelible mark on the cultural, historical, and architectural landscape of the Indian subcontinent, a legacy that continues to be felt to this day. Despite their fall, the Pratihara Empire left a significant impact on the culture, history, and development of the Indian subcontinent. This dynasty, which once dominated northern India, emerged from humble beginnings only to blaze across the pages of history as a beacon of power and influence. In the late 8th century, under the leadership of Nagabhata I, They resisted the Arab invaders, carving out a place for themselves in the annals of time. Their golden age was ushered in by the rule of Bhoja, or Mihira Bhoja, under whose reign the empire attained unprecedented prosperity and power. Their cultural influence was immense. As patrons of art, sculpture, and temple building, they left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent's architectural heritage. The zenith of their architectural style can be seen at Khajuraho, a testament to their artistic prowess. However, like all great empires, the Pratiharas faced their decline. Dynastic strife weakened their power, and their fortunes dwindled further after a raid led by the Rashtrakuta ruler Indra III. Ultimately, they fell, their last important king, Rajapala, driven from Kanauj by Mahmud of Ghazni. By the end of the 10th century, they controlled little more than the Gangetic Doab. Yet their legacy endures. Their rise and fall, their triumphs and defeats, all contribute to the rich tapestry of Indian history. Their story is a testament to the dynamic nature of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the rise and fall of the Pratihara Empire. We've walked through centuries of history, witnessed the rise of great kings, the flourishing of arts, and the eventual decline of power. Each chapter of history holds countless stories just waiting to be discovered. So let's continue uncovering the past together. Stay tuned for more historical explorations as we delve into the depths of time. And remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.